Welcome back to Wolves News. I'm Esme Miranda. It's Monday, October 29th, 2018. This Wednesday is Halloween. All of us at Wolves Student News remind you to be safe and have fun. Last Tuesday, the district sent out an all-call test for weather notifications in the event of closings or delays and other important information that needs to be sent out to the district. If you did not receive a call or would like to update your phone number or exclude your number from future calls, please contact the high school main office. The fastest way to receive district notifications and information is to follow us on Twitter or Facebook at West Clear. Yearbooks are now on sale. We sold out of last year's yearbooks, so make sure you get your order in early. Go to yearbookforever.com and order yours for $75. This year, it included the cost of shipping to your house. WC Your Future is working with Great Oaks to provide more opportunities for students to explore the many options in skilled trade careers. Each session will be led by a skilled professional of that career. The sessions will take place at the high school from 3:15 to 4:45. There are 5 more sessions continuing today with heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. November 13th will focus on automotive collision. November 19th will focus on welding. November 27th will focus on heavy equipment. And the last session on December 4th will focus on automotive mechanics. Looking to the coming weeks, Tuesday, November 6th is a professional development day for teachers, so school will not be in session. The Veterans Day program will take place on Monday morning, November 12th. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Recker. The next 1-hour delay day is Wednesday, November 14th. Thanksgiving break starts Wednesday, November 21st. We'll return to school Monday, November 26th. Let's take a look at the weather for this week with Emma and Kinsey.
Thanks, Esme. Welcome back, Wolfpack. Hope you all enjoyed the lovely weather over the weekend.
Today there will be a high of 54, a low of 42, and 68% humidity. It'll be partly cloudy.
Tuesday, October 30th, there will be a high of 56, a low of 41, and 63% humidity. It'll be sunny.
Wednesday, October 31st, we'll have a high of 58, a low of 45, and 67% humidity. It'll be chilly, so bundle up and enjoy your Halloween.
Thursday, November 1st, we have a high of 60, a low of 47, and 74% humidity. There will be some scattered showers.
Friday, November 2nd, we'll have a high of 62, a low of 52, and 77% humidity. There will be showers.
Saturday, November 3rd, we have a high of 65, a low of 54, and 83% humidity. It'll also be rainy.
Sunday, November 4th, we'll have a high of 62, a low of 51, and 70% humidity. And like the last 2 days, it will also be rainy. And here's a weather joke of the week. Why don't skeletons like Halloween candy?
Because they don't have the stomach for it. That's it for the weekly weather report. I'm Emma Phipps.
And I'm Kinsey Chillett. Back to you, Esme.
Thanks, Emma and Kinsey. Here's the upcoming week's lunch menu with Nico.
What's up, Wolves? Today we'll be having a Cincy cheesesteak with peppers and onions. Tomorrow we'll be having a JTM beef taco with brown rice, cheese, and black beans. Wednesday we're having a steak hoagie with marinara and cheese. Thursday we'll be having grilled cheese and tomato soup. And Friday there will be popcorn chicken served with a dinner roll and your choice of dipping sauce. The meal will also include baked beans. I'm Nico Sartori. Bon appetit.
Welcome back to Cincy Haps. Now through November 4th, the Aeronaut will be showing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with songs from the original soundtrack. Show dates this week include tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m., Friday at 8 p.m., Saturday at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Saturday at 1 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Now through February 28th, 2019, down at the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center, they will be showing Mandela, The Journey to Ubuntu. The exhibit commemorates the life and legacy of former South African President Nelson Mandela through photographs by Wilman as he revisited many of the locations that played an important role in South Africa's route to racial equality and Mandela's personal fight for freedom. This Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Cyclones will be taking on the Kalamazoo Wings in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Open skate down at Fountain Square opens up this Saturday at 6 p.m. I'm Grace DeCesar, and I'll see you in Cincy.
Hello, welcome to TV Talk, where we will be reviewing your TV show recommendations. This week, spoilers for The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow.
Recap. After encountering Cicada, Team Flash must think outside the box in order to defeat their new foe. Nora comes up with a plan that ultimately puts a team member in danger. Meanwhile, Caitlin and Ralph delve into Caitlin's past of what actually happened to her father, Thomas Snow. Pros: The Flash Museum, Cisco's fake death, West Island family bond, every scene with Cicada, especially one with his daughter. Caitlin's past was well done and very mysterious, very suspenseful. Cons. Some of the dialogue was like a cartoon, and I'm not sure how I feel about Sherlock Wells. The return of Wolfgang Wells was unnecessary, but overall, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Arrow continues where it left off last week, with Oliver in prison following the season 6 finale. Oliver is dragged into a scheme with fellow inmates to learn more about the whereabouts of Diaz. Felicity, Curtis, John, and Renee are trying to stop Diaz and the longbow hunters from using a special battery strong enough to power a city to use that battery to power a weapon. Laurel from Earth 2 and Dinah are trying to avenge Quentin and find Diaz. Pros: the flash forwards were at their best in this episode. They teased what was to come in a suspenseful fashion. Oliver in prison and how he had to deal with the guard he was supposed to kill. The fight scene on the train at the end was done well overall. Cons: Laurel from Earth 2 is still as annoying as ever. Overall, I would give Arrow Season 7, Episode 2 an 8 out of 10.
Okay, Legends continues as Sarah and the team fix history with no anachronisms left. Ava wants Sarah to move into her apartment. Ray Palmer is out to search for Nora. And Nate and Mick visit Nate's parents. Eventually, Sarah finds out the team screwed up again and released magical monsters in the timeline after defeating Mollis. The Legends meet up along with Constantine at Woodstock of 1969 to get rid of the monster, which turns out to be a unicorn killing hippies. Pros: Sarah and Constantine's relationship, funny inside jokes, great directing in 60s form. Fight against the unicorn killing hippies with its horn. Cons: weakest premiere out of all of Arrowverse, cringy and corny, the use of the word brony. Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Thanks for watching TV Talk. I'm Connor Chambers.
And I'm Nico Sartori.
On August 12, 1943, the U.S. Navy conducted a test on the USS Eldridge in Philadelphia. The exact purpose of this test is up for speculation. Possible reasons include radar invisibility, magnetic invisibility, optical invisibility, and more. The test concluded undesirable results, and the project was canceled. The Philadelphia experiment, also supposedly known as Project Rainbow, is one of the most supernatural cases that has never been solved. The only evidence we have on these events are eyewitness accounts because the Navy denies that this experiment ever took place, and logs show that the vessel was nowhere near Philadelphia at the time of the test. But logs can be faked. The government has lied before on logs in the hopes of secrecy and national security. So what happened? According to certain witnesses, the test became far stranger than anyone had hoped. Witnesses claim that the project was an attempt to figure out how to make vessels invisible to enemy radar. They tried doing this by attaching 2 to 4 massive Tesla coils around the ship, and they hoped that when active, an electromagnetic field would extend from the ship and deflect radar waves. When conducted, the test produced a number of bizarre effects. When activated, the Tesla coils produced a magnetic field, but as it increased in strength, it extended over 100 yards. By this point, witnesses claim that within this field, the ship became fuzzy and indistinct. As the field became even stronger, a greenish haze began forming around the vessel. Now, the only part of the ship visible was the outline of the hull. Then, the bystanders were taken by surprise when the ship completely vanished. They claim that the vessel was completely gone when it appeared in Norfolk, Virginia. That's 276 miles away. Then a couple of minutes later, it vanished yet again, only to reappear back in Philadelphia. Crew members on board at the time of this test speak of some of the craziest experiences. During the experiment, crew members recalled that they could simply walk through solid objects, but it gets weirder. When the fuel was shut off, multiple men were found embedded in the bulkheads, decks, and railings of the ship. Many crew members disappeared for all of eternity. The crew claimed that other members simply vanished into thin air around them, and one man that was eating with his family claimed one of them stood up and walked through a wall to never be seen again. Some men entered into what they called the freeze, which lasted for a couple minutes to hours long, and some described it as days or months. They claimed that they would fade out of view and be unable to move, speak, or affect their surroundings. 2 men even burst into flames and burned for 18 days, despite all attempts to put it out. After seeing the test's terrible effects, the Navy discontinued all research. The crew was discharged as mentally unfit for duty, and most were admitted to insane asylums. If this doesn't open your mind to question what the government could be hiding from you, I don't know what will. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. Check in November 9th for the next episode.
Hi, welcome back to Advice with Ansley, and I'll be answering questions that you guys put in the box. How do I turn a guy down? Next time you see him, you should definitely just define your relationship. Tell him you don't want to be anything more than friends. Do not lie to him and do not lead him on. And no matter what, you can say no. No matter how much he likes you, no matter how great of a guy he is, you can say no. Let it not easy, but be perfectly clear. If he doesn't get it, then don't worry about his feelings, because if he doesn't understand the word no, then you know you dodged a bullet. If you're the one being rejected, I know it sucks, but you should just take the no. Just because you're not one person's type doesn't mean you're not anybody's type. That's all for Advice with Ansley. If you have any questions, write it down on a piece of paper and put it in the box outside of room 151. I'm Ansley Wyan. Back to you, Esme.
Thanks, Ansley. Wolves, make sure you subscribe to our channel to be notified first when we post our weekly editions. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at WCHS Productions. We post behind-the-scenes pictures and videos, as well as student-teacher polls. Remember, Wolves, rep the pack well: pride, academics, community, and kindness. Follow at WCHS Rep the Pack on Twitter and Instagram to see all the amazing things students and teachers are doing to rep the pack. Thanks for tuning in this week. I'm Esme Miranda with Wolves Student News. See you next Monday.